and someone to test. I'm still kind of assuming I'm mute, like there are a stream technician said, who said that we were basically through a Darth Vader filter? Okay, that was a lot bad. That was a lot worse than I expected. As we're currently playing around with audio, as this is SilverTabby_FGC, as everyone forgets the underscore because there's like some random dude in like Wyoming who claimed the SilverTabby tag like several years before I joined Twitter. So it's _FGC, which honestly makes me better. The moment you put an _FGC in your Twitter tag, you're just going to go gain 1,000,000 badge points in Dragon Ball ranked, like instantly. It will just happen. No, actually, like, as far as I can tell, the person who had like the straight SilverTabby Twitter tag, like, signed up for it, used it for a week and never touched it again. Apparently, there's some way that for Twitter you can. Like, gets the point across. It like is super consistent. Like, there are a couple other people who do use like the tag SilverTabby, but they're like really rare. There's like one guy in England. There's like that one guy in like Wyoming. Like, that's it. Our stream tech is currently saying a number of naughty words through the headset, which I am not allowed to repeat to polite company. As we're still trying to figure out what's going on with the audio, as I'm basically talking continuously, assuming I'm still under Darth Vader voice, hoping that's going to help him out. As the frustration is building up on our stream technicians' face slowly over time. While in the background, I see a Dragon Ball game with big explosions. As that is the main reason that we are going to be here. Tonight at 7 p.m. in 40 minutes from now, we are going to be running our main event for the day, which is 3 first to 5 title matches for Dragon Ball. Okay, let's see if I can remember them. Let's see if I can remember all 3 of our title matches. We got Excruciation. No, not Excruciation. It's a Mustachio versus Bongwater. We got Shadow King versus GD Cross. And third one. Not Piccolo, is it? No, it is Piccolo. Okay, it's Piccolo fighting. Okay, I can't remember. I'm going to have to actually look at the bill. I probably got all those wrong. Go over to Discord and take a look at what tonight's headline event is going to be in 40 minutes from now, as I'm just talking continuously to see if we get rid of the Darth Vader filter we somehow had with the audio issues. Boop. Aki. Okay. Okay. Shadow King versus Teddy. Frost versus Freshman. But keep confusing with Piccolo. They kind of look a little bit similar. And Mustachio versus Bongwater. So I got only one of those right. As we now have 2 stream technicians trying to figure out what in the heavens happened to this lovely headset of mine, as apparently I'm doing. Okay, I need like an.
VS マジキナミナいざ尋常に一本目勝負避けれるかい避けれるか避けれるかいどこ行くのかがり火かがり火どうだいいやこれはどうこれはどう audio
ourselves.
filters that way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, I can hear myself now. There we go. Apparently, we are no longer allowed to be sponsored by Darth Vader. Disney's lawyers got back to us.
Wrote us an email. A very angry email.
As angry as this white box, like blocking the commentator's view, like just big white thing right here. It's like I'm putting my hands around it.
Hey, Palpatine.
Yeah.
How'd that first date
the
go?
box is back, and now it has text on it. It's like right in the center of the screen. The stream control with like the Twitter tags for us is sitting in the middle. Right next to the mouse that's on the side. It got put underneath the video preview. Okay, move your mouse towards the center of the stream. Or this way, I think. You're now in the center of the box. Go higher. You're hovering over the X. Go to the right. Left, left, left.
Your other left.
Keep going,
Just
keep
kidding.
going. A little bit higher. A little bit higher. There. Now drag it over. Okay, yeah, you got it. You're dragging it. Yeah! We got rid of the white box! Let's go! Woo! We can Windows! Let's go! As our next Samurai show match for tonight is Shadow King returning to us from the lost lands of Kansas, that he's no longer in, along with our local Guilty Gear veteran, the Burglar of Bursts.
Ooh, the Burglar Burst. Okay, I like that. You know what else? You know what else I like?
No longer in Kansas, he's about to get his burst burgled by the wizard.
Burst burgled?
It's Burst Burglar versus Shadow King.
Man, as long as they don't pick that big character, like with the chain,
Earthquake?
with the chain ball.
Something like
Yeah, that's his name. I hate
I
that
want to
character.
see him again because, like, I figured out how to handle him, and I want to try in a real match, and no one's been playing Earthquake since then.
Oh my god.
I want my salty run back.
This
Give me.
character's so cheap.
Thanks. As our other lovely commentator is swapping out, as Mustachio leaves, as he realizes he doesn't actually know what a samurai is. Never heard of Japan.
Never heard of Japan.
Glorious Nippon is too strong for our Mustachio. As joining me in the other commentary seat is
Hello, my friend. CD Mangaka here. Go to voice meter banana for me real quick.
the
And
banana voice
then
meters.
mute this.
You're muting the thing.
Why can I hear me? Again.
Oh, I was also hearing myself the entire time. It's got this like slight delay echo on it as well.
Why though? Why though?
It took like a couple games to get used to. Okay, so like listening to your own voice slightly played back, like that short delay, is actually shown to like really mess with people's heads. Like, I've heard of story of someone getting like a megaphone. It's got like a directional microphone on it. You like point it at someone, it listens to what they're saying, and just plays it back to them with like a 3/4 second delay. It messes with people's heads and like just have to stop talking. I'm like getting that a little bit right now, so like I'm pausing occasionally to let the echo die down and deal with it as we are having more glorious audio issues brought to you by Darth Vader, the leader of the Empire. And I am still getting a little echo. But it should be echoey.
Test, test, test.
I think what's happening is that the monitor, to make sure that we can hear our commentator, because it does get really loud, we have the two headsets set up so that if one commentator is talking, I can hear the other commentator in here. And also the stream technician can like mute or unmute themselves to talk for me through the headset as well. Especially on our monthly happening in 3 weeks? 3 weeks, right? Our monthly happening in 3 weeks. It's going to be crazy loud in here. We need the monitor in order to hear our co-commentator consistently and loudly, especially as well as the game as well. As such, we do have like a monitor going on with that, and it sounds like the monitor is handling both headsets rather than splitting it 1-1 right now. As our glorious CD Mangaka, who still has not updated his stream tag here, has figured out what it is and has informed me that he is in the process of gluing the glorious audio fixes. I really hate audio issues. usually there just aren't enough knobs to twist in order to like get it right. Like you just kind of like plug it into the computer and hope it listens to you, you know? In this case, no, I'm not hearing myself anymore. I was actually worried that you like unplugged it and the stream can't hear me anymore. So it sounds like we have gotten rid of the echo. And I've gotten so used to the echo, like I thought I got muted again. Let's go. Yeah, the slight delay to the echo really does mess with your head. Absolutely. It's like designed in order to shut down your speech processing center. Because like you're running yourself backwards, like, wait, the timing's all wrong. Am I doing something off? As such, audio issues are like some of the hardest to debug and some of the most annoying at the same time. Because like audio is such a core component of how your head works. And, like when audio is off, like you just know it and feel it. As our glorious Shadow King and Burst Burglar are being wonderful sports by having not started up, but I think we're ready to go.
Yep. I can hear the game.
And I am hearing you. As I think we're ready to go. Mustachio, will you give our glorious contestants a big thumbs up as they go into the field of truth and justice beyond the blood moon? Flowers in every direction as our first to 5 between Burst Burglar and our
Shadow King.
returning from Kansas that he is no longer in anymore.
Oh,
I really
yes.
want that Wizard of Oz joke to land. It's just not.
You just really want? Well, Toto, one day maybe we won't find ourselves in Kansas anymore. Getting ourselves set up in there, my friend. Mustachio, if you can just crank the game audio up a little bit in OBS.
As I've never actually fought against the character that Shadow King plays.
I have no idea what either of these two really do, except I remember that Kraken Atkins, who I believe won our Samurai Showdown bracket,
was using Mina as well, which is like the zoner, but because her bow is so big, she also has like a lot of good
you
mid-range
have to unmute
zoning
yourself,
normals.
remember? Unmute.
Especially that spin kick. Kraken Atkins was using that spin kick wonderfully. Yeah, we can hear our stream technician now.
Turn it up a little bit more. Like, what's the negative audio level at? The decibels in OBS. For the game audio, for the game audio.
Game audio.
Okay, turn it up a bit more. Where's the slider at? Take it to negative 12.
As Burst Burglar was able to really close it the last round because the zoning arrow projectile safe jumped the super arch from Shadow King.
Right,
It
here we
wasn't
go.
a jump, but it was definitely like recovered in time. That's like a situation doesn't come up very often. It's like Street Fighter, your jabs can recover fast enough that you can like, get away from the DP on wake up. There's like gotta be a specific technical term for that. What is it? Jab recovery?
I mean, possibly. I had to look.
It feels like not enough games have situations like that where you can like immediate a jab and recover in time with off the DP. It's a pretty rare.
Star Crush and immediately into the next slash attack to tie up the round count here, 1-1 apiece. Basara.
Sara.
I just realized that Brian is using like the PlayStation, like the old gen, yeah, the old school Polygon skin. That's actually sick.
The old skins being sold for like $250 each on the PlayStation Store.
Okay, a couple little teleports in place, or a little bit of disappearing tricks. Oh, was that a punish? No way.
No way!
At that far away, bro!
Raw super from full screen. And it's a weapon flip.
Wow.
Burst Burglar having a hard time getting back.
Bow and arrow.
At the bow, actually.
Yeah, he was able to pick it back up. Took only an overhead's worth of damage too, so pretty worth it. And Shadow King just playing far back, using these incredibly outspaced normals.
It's like a mid-range spacing character against the zoner. There's a very specific distance that Burst Burglar wants to be in, and Shadow King has like spaced just inside of that a little bit too closely.
All right, we're gonna see the throw knockdown here. Shadow King not wanting to use the burst just yet, goes for the overhead. And that'll be game 1 over to Shadow King. Now, one thing I'm surprised to see here from Burst Burglar as well is the fact that he is playing Mina. Now, Samurai Showdown is a very simple game to pick up. Burst we're just talking about this. Burst and I were talking about this right before he came up for this set, where he could basically you pick a character, learn it in a few games. because you just don't really have like complex long combo routes or things like that. So I want to see
a jump in, a button, and a special jump. That's the entire combo. That's all Jen needed to do to take out half someone's life.
Now, the only thing I can really think of is that we might see Burst Burglar switch over to a character that he's got more experience with over like the last few years, or just like more muscle memory with. That could be like Charlotte, for example, which I believe he played at our last Samurai Showdown local.
To great effect. I believe that Charlotte is what knocked me out of the last local.
It certainly locked me down to lose. Ooh, but this
Guard crush too far away with too long a recovery of move in order to use it. That seems to be the main downside of Asara. Because of the long throwing, these are like axle zoning mechanisms going on. There's crazy long recovery on all of them.
Right, goes for a throw, it looks like. No one really finds the better of the situation until Burst gets an air-to-air. Both have Rage online, and Shadow King just one more tap away from really losing this game. For real this time.
For real, for real, for real. Last one for real.
Burst really missing that one. Huge heavy slash punish. And there we go, the run-up sweep from Burst.
Evening up. Taking the first round in
Game 2.
Game 2.
Now remember that this is our title match of the evening for Samurai Showdown, friends. So this is actually a first to 5 with $100 sponsored by our very own Rusty Shackleford on the line for these two players.
Love you, Rusty. But come play Samurai.
Actually, oh no, I'm speaking on behalf of Dragon Ball Fighters. It's $50 on the line, sponsored by Excruciation.
We love the excruciation. Come play even more Samurai Showdown.
I had fun with it. I had fun with it. I can't wait to rock that color red, Yoshitora.
Oh, the glorious blood red everywhere.
And let's see. We are going into game 3 of this set right now. And my friends, do not be afraid. We have more action coming after this set. It is going to be Dragon Ball Fighters instead of Samurai Showdown. But we're going to have, hopefully, a few surprises. If everything goes the way I want it to go, we should have a surprise for you all tonight for Dragon Ball Fighters.
Very fun one. We're going 1-1 into our last Samurai Showdown of the night before we're going into Dragon Ball starting tonight, just right here at 7 p.m. 30 minutes.
Here we go. Little trade on the blows. Trying to catch him at the low. Good jump in.
Using the jabs in order to handle the cross-up trip guard situation.
Jabs, very underrated button, I think, in a game like this.
Incredibly effective in this game. Even though they do almost no damage, the extreme speed and safety on them makes them like the perfect scramble tool. And
Interrupting that.
these multi-part, range punishes from Asara are making Sonina's just having a hard time getting started, except for the big jump in.
Yo, you see the jump into a little shimmy up to get the throw, but the air-to-air for Shadow King, if there's one thing that he's a god at, it's those air-to-airs. Catch him in Dragon Ball later tonight.
The last hit in the air, making it so that the fireball didn't return to Sardina. But loses the follow-up scramble, and Shadow King puts a round on the board.
Okay.
You're no longer playing in a Smash tournament like you were last week, so I do not think I'm allowed to call them stocks.
No. Anything but. Anything but, you illegal little. I appreciated you doing that. That was so funny for IBA.
It's only a stock if you can get ring out. As such, this is why we're going
Ooh, the teleport under, bro!
Beautiful teleport. The first time it's shown it the entire set, and it works beautifully.
That's a great thing to see as well from a set like this so far, where you have like so many moves at your disposal, and you're not showing all of them up front, so that as the match goes on and you need these layers, they're coming out. But I mean, Burst Burglar is just eating all of these up right now after a great play from Shadow King. Immediately ties up the round count here in our third game. Okay, evades the jump with a run forward. I like that movement. Rage is online for both fighters right now, so they're going to have an empowered special move or two.
One thing I'm liking is that Burst Burglar is way more willing to contest and just run up and handle these situations. As I think Burst Burglar has realized that in order to get all of those long range axle disjointed normals, he had to sacrifice his
teleport in. Takes a heavy slash punish too. I like that. Not spending the lightning slash just yet. Gets a jump in. Goes for another one. But now puts himself in the corner. Shadow King is going to go to throw. Goes for the lightning blade. And Burst Burglar with the anti-air on that. Oh, you see him.
For the trip guard. The beautiful section. I really like how Burst Burglar is adjusted. He's now going through a lot more of a close-range scramble game than he was playing the first two games.
Listen, just because it's a bow and arrow doesn't mean I can't beat your ass with it.
Yeah, so like full screen, Mina's at advantage. Half screen, Basara's at advantage. Like, with C's range, Mina's at advantage. And I think point blank, it's like anyone's game. And Burst Burglar wants those two spots where it's either even or just barely in Mina's favor. And has been playing way more aggressive, like opening up with just a raw sweep. And Basara realizes this, and Shadow King starts the round with a backdash. And Burst Burglar playing multiple advancing moves. Forward sweep, jump in. And Shadow King now playing the zoner, keeping Burst Burglar out. Really pushing him to the corner.
Excellent jump on the throw, gets a jump slash punish.
Adjusted to the shimmy forward to get the grab, and jumps out of the second time Burst Burglar's shown it this entire set.
All right, trying to get these fireballs down. Burst Burglar was getting close to having their guard broken, but has since recovered. You see that Mina is no longer glowing red, but he's getting tripped up by this very tricky shuriken. Fireball in there, keep the pressure in there. There's the guard break.
But because it's so far away, Shadow King can't make use of it.
Another quick overhead there too. Catches the jump. Burst Burglar trying to predict the throw.
And that was a chip out.
I don't know if normal chips in this game.
I think they do.
Possibly. I guess they
See
might.
how that's a different color fan than normal?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's
That was a chip out. They also had like a yellow icon on the victory screen. Usually it's like I got a red or a red one. Burst Burglar doing again. That jump into shimmy forward, and Shadow King doesn't jump the second time.
Good anti-air though. Calling out that jump in. Blocks a sweep, gets just a quick little punish. Overhead reset. Both sides kind of messing around on the Zokazemi. Goes with a weapon flip technique. Finds the punish as well. Burst Burglar is going to be losing the bow and arrow now.
In place, stay next to the bow, eats the overhead immediately on the wake up.
And the low as well. Burst is bleeding out here. Guys to get the throw, get a sweep, back up, pick up the bow and arrow. Basically, if you're ever trying to get your weapon back in Sam's show, you've got to knock the enemy down and buy yourself that time to not get punished when you pick up your weapon. They trade.
Trade, but goes heavily in Mina's favor, although not very much longer.
I think that interaction was in Mina's favor, but the overall result is certainly in Shadow King's favor. Just having the life lead and taking a trade like that, it's like good. It's like, I can take more hits. You're running out of opportunities for you to take hits here. As Shadow King ties up our set 2-2.
The reason why every single time we've seen a guard break, it's been Shadow King raking Burst Burglar's card. Burst Burglar's just simply blocking more and more interactions overall. And Burst Burglar's been seeing the most success from playing the rushdown Mina style until Shadow King made the adjustment at the start of the last game in order to play into a much more defensive option. Evening up the score count, Shadow King's just put one on the board.
All right. The trading again, this time definitely in Mina's favor, just in terms of the raw health.
The spacing is barely off, and that Burst Burglar whips a button. Now, Burst Burglar playing the zoner is getting zoned out himself.
How we've come full circle. Both sides just having these adjustments. Lands a little overhead to punish. It has a bit of an extra bit of damage added on for the counter. Misses up his punish though on the sweep. Gonna get put into the corner for this. Burst Burglar going for a little safe jump. So far is winning out some of these pokes until the jump in, followed up by a command throw. Pushing back.
Had such control of that game when you push Shadow King into the corner, but that one jump in determined the entire flow of the match. Burst Burglar has more of an entire screen to work against now.
Now we're seeing Shadow King again taking over that role of zoning. Burst Burglar being very patient, knows that if he tries to string up the bow at the wrong moment, could mean the end of this round.
Fireball, or like the axle zoning disjoints.
Tries to slip his way in, gets close enough to punish actually.
Perfect footsie spacing to get it to
And there we go again.
Overhead again. Burst Burglar just has not been ready for any of these overheads. They're not designed to be reactable, they're designed to be punishable if you guess them right.
Shadow King though, he's been going back into that particular tool a couple of times now, so you gotta wonder when Burst Burglar
He finds himself in a plus situation after close range scramble hit.
Burst has to hold now, he's able to get the head but Shadow King able to reversal underneath. Now Burst in the corner, has to hold the setup. It's the air-to-air. Again, these overheads though, Shadow King almost using them as reversal options sometimes. Good block with a shimmy up throw.
Follow-up.
Reach the back roll, drops his throw though as Burst chooses to jump. But again, Shadow King completely zoning him out and gets him with a huge slash.
Every single time, Shadow King in that last game has been able to hit like the very tips of the spinning weapon. He's got much better frame advantage on block. Most moves are safe enough. You can at least get a jab or even a dash-up sweep oftentimes because of how fast those are. But Burst Burglar has been pushed Shadow King's been hitting like the sweet spot on the end of the chain so well. It's like extra frame advantage. Burst Burglar's been trying to challenge the, oh, I'm plus here. Isaac, no, and shutting down by Shadow King. The Burst Burglar goes back to his old consistent main Charlotte.
Yep, this is the Charlotte that we saw take our last Samurai Showdown local. Memory serves correctly.
As Burst Burglar and GD Cross, who we saw earlier today on the stream, is this going on to the Akihabara YouTube channel later?
Yes, this will be on Aki. Yep, this will be Aki.
Alright, Burst Burglar, the three-part fencer. Having a much slower fireball, which can trade with the fireball that Shadow King is doing, but also has much better rush damage.
We got a lot of higher polygons on this Basura costume. And the Shuriken actually trading out, I think it was the fireball actually, trading out with Charlotte's own fireball, the triangle. Now we're going to have to see Burst Burglar trying to get into his groove here. They trade. So far, Burst showing a fencing prowess here for stuffing out Shadow King's buttons.
Those mid-range situations where Mina's bow was outspacing Basara is also exactly in Charlotte's strength. Also having goes right to the fireball, goes up to the bar from full screen.
Gets him right there and almost dead too. The counter hit damage adding up there. Burst Burglar can't pick up the sword.
Almost gets chipped out and doesn't block the overhead again. Even though the matchup's different, and that was a much closer, especially to start the round. Charlotte showing some excellent matchup there. Shadow King still sticking to that overhead. Burst Burglar not blocked it once.
One of these days, that's going to fall apart, but until that day, Shadow King going to keep writing that out.
But then Burst Burglar taking solid control of the round, throwing Shadow King all the way to the corner, taking a massive chunk of health. The moment that Shadow King bursts out of it, he gets a heavy slap, a punish, and puts Burst Burglar to try and approach from full screen again.
Oh, the sweep, somehow low profiling the Shuriken that was already out there. Another one, Burst Burglar getting knockdowns. Goes for the standing kick. Shimmy up for the throw. Takes a short punish. Shadow King not giving him the burst yet. Does not want to be antsy. Wakes up with his super special. Gets punished for it as well. And Burst Burglar going to tie up the round count, but Shadow King not committing anything permanent to that round.
Burst Burglar, I really like the character swaps from Charlotte. We were talking about how Mina was having some issues with the Basara matchup, and this one seems much better in favor. It's also telling me maybe I should get a secondary character in this game.
Right? I mean, hey, Burst Burglar is like, it's very easy to learn a character in this one, so
Yeah, might as well just learn the character.
might as well learn. Might as well go around, have some fun. Pick all those one out. Shadow King getting on the opposite side of Burst Burglar Charlotte. Now we're seeing Shadow King again taking on the zoning approach. Rage Art is online.
But it's not going to be able to use it.
Oh, they trade.
Slightly in Burst Burglar's favor, because Burst Burglar's is a 3-hit fireball against Shadow King's 2-hit.
I think the damage might have been in Shadow King's favor, but either way, the life lead is going to be the huge part of it. Burst going to be spent by Shadow King. Waits it through. Oh, there's a little fake jump that you can do. That's messed up. Goes for it again.
That is so messed up.
That is so messed up. He stays in place and the lightning blade. Oh my god!
Shadow King, what was that?
That was the Shadow Clone no Jutsu from the king himself of all shadows.
Hey, anti-air this. Anti-air this. Anti-air this. Okay.
Omae Jinde. And now, Shadow King adds set point for the $50.
$50 on the line, donated by our wonderful appreciation, the master of the showdowns, and no longer allowed to wear red.
We call him the Shogun of the Showdowns. We got Moose to crack up with that last one. The red one.
Blue.
Shogun of blue. Yeah, that's kind of like the color I beat him with at the end of the day. Moving on. Okay.
Fought the entire way down the 5%, 55-45 character split, having red versus blue.
No, yeah, that's why I went with blue, because it's like, all right, I'm thematically appropriate, red versus blue. Oh, the jump on that throw! Shadow King, while in this corner, finding opportunities to bust out, goes for the web super special.
Like, safe recovery? There's got to be like a cool word.
It was safe. It was safe. He tried to punish, and it wasn't actually a punish. Charlotte was safe.
Speedy recovery? There's like,
oh, okay, another time.
Flip art at the start of the game.
All right, another one. Burst Burglar again, able to be safe with these pokes that he's going for. In complete control, just shaving off this life as if it was stray hairs on Shadow King's own chin.
So, one thing that when I talk to Shadow King about other fighting games is that Shadow King really like playing armored characters, and I haven't seen a single armored move on Basara aside from the fake jump. You can consider the clone like a armored
They trade, and Burst Burglar is going to take that game. Oh, look at him bleed. Look at him bleed, and here we go. Burst Burglar gets a game with Charlotte.
That man's not breathing.
Now, I do know that while Shadow King does have a propensity for, like, armored characters, there's certainly, like, more to his character pool than just his character have armor. Right? Like, there's some, like, special zoning that he kind of likes.
Things I can go for to mess with your head, because that's really what armor is. Like, he's gonna block this, armor's right through it. Armor! In this case, the, like, fake jump-in Shadow Clone that Basara's got access to might be a big what Shadow King likes.
Now, the fact that this man gets a knockdown off his overhead, that's crazy. Think about that. DP, no punish, he jumps
I
instead!
think he got a tiger knee instead of a quarter circle back like he was going for.
Very possible. Gets punished only by a sweep, but gets reset into a throw, so a little extra damage tacked on. And wow, what a jump up there by Shadow King. Rolling in, calling out the jump. Aids back as well. Gonna be some shuriken play.
A little bit spaced out. First, we're going to need to be like a tiny micro dash closer in order to get the value out of the jabs.
And here we go. Shadow King so far winning out this poor core. They trade, and again, Shadow King with the light bleed. Very happy with that.
Cross up into an overhead reset.
Catches him jumping with the Shuriken. Just one more round for Shadow King, and that's going to be it for our Samso bracket tonight.
Shadow King on title points.
And here's again. Keeping him out with a low. Again, these overheads from Shadow King just going uncontested, unblocked. But still, Burst Burglar, plenty of fight left in him. Ooh, the DP!
Shadow King's only shown that like 3 times in 7 games. That's so effective every time he uses it.
Yeah, he just putting away long enough for Burst Burglar to forget about that option and not call it out. They're trading, but again, this is all in Shadow King's favor. He just needs one more good hit on Burst Burglar Charlotte. Oh, and there it is!
Burst Burglar thought that, oh, it whiffed. I can challenge here, but does it a moment too soon.
But that's no shuriken. That's a boomerang. And it always comes back.
I come from a heavy slash down under.
Come from a heavy slash down under.
Australian Showdown showing up next week at Akihabara Arcade as Shadow King.
Too good.
Visiting us from Kansas for a weekend. We love to see him every time
Our
he comes back.
boy Brian, there's a reason that this man is in here tonight in both of our title matches for the evening. It's because we love him, we miss him. If he's going to show up, and he's that good, he's that good. So we are going to be switching off from Samurai Shodown right now, my friends. There will be like a short little bit of a stream break as we get Dragon Ball FighterZ set up for the evening tonight. A quick review of our lineup because there is going to be one important change that just got confirmed to me in text. So our first match, I got to check. Our title match is going to be happening not as the last one tonight, I think, because Shadow King is going to be driving back home to go take care of his cat. So, like, the sooner he can go, the better, but I think I might be able to get him to stay, like, a little later. We'll see. We are first going to have GD Cross versus Thrashman up on the stream for y'all. Now, our title match that did feature Shadow King and Teddy
was going to be our last match of the night, but we're going to be doing it second so that he can get home a little bit earlier.
But also, there's going to be a bit of a change because Teddy just left. He brought his wife, who unfortunately had some very bad stomach pain, so they left.
Yeah, that you need.
So, Shadow King is going to need a new opponent. So, considering that I have a couple of our crew from the Springs that rolled up here today, I'm going to be looking at one of them, and you know what? I think y'all would probably like to see probably one of like the most like fundamentally important Colorado Springs players for Dragon Ball FighterZ as well as for some other tag games, Coffee Prince. Throwdown with Shadow King.
Prince.
I think I'm going to do that. I think I want to do that one. I think it's going to be a super fun match.
I have not seen a good Coffee Prince match in so long.
And you know what? These guys drove up here on the free-to-play day. Like, they're animals like that. I got to get them in. I got to get them to show themselves off. That's going to be happening on stream for y'all as well. Our last match of the evening then should be Mustachio and Bongwater,
which is going to be a fun one to watch, especially as Mustachio is going to beat up on the man who got me last time.
That's the spirit. That's the spirit. My friends, we are going to be taking a short break. We got to swap out the PlayStations and whatnot. Do not go anywhere. Dragon Ball FighterZ.
Coming here in just 10 minutes.
For Mile High Brawl. See you there.
Pistachio, that was the cue to cut the stream.
Love you!
And also mute the headsets because they can still hear us. You made sure to mute the headsets, right? You have to do that manually.
Manually. Hey.